Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and today I have decided to do a different video. This video will cover some of my favorite Teva footwear for the colder seasons as we are getting into the end or middle-ish of fall. I don't even know what weather we have right now in New York. It's been so up and down, but as the weather starts to cool down here and get into the cooler climates, I thought it would be a perfect time to talk about some of my favorite footwear to wear in New York when it starts getting a little rainy, a little chilly, and we start getting closer to the holiday season. So we'll go through the overview of the different pieces that I selected that are some of my favorite Teva footwear right now. I'll talk about the price points for each of them, a little bit as to why I like them, talk a little bit about the tech that is built in each of them, as well as where you can find them at the end and size and fit. All right, so let's jump right into it. Or actually, before we jump right into it, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that right now down below and give this video a like if you enjoy these kind of list videos, specifically for the Teva brand. And also let me know in the comments if you are a Teva fan, and if you have yet to try out Teva, this is definitely a brand you must try. It is some of the most comfortable footwear that I currently have in my collection, and types of footwear that I love wearing for the outdoor elements, but also for the colder season. All right, so let's start out with the overview for a slip-on first. So these are called the ReEmber terrain slip-ons, and I have these in two different colorways. I am absolutely obsessed with this slip-on. I'm actually gonna bring the black pair as well as this pair here. So we've got more of like a beige tone as well as a black tone. This is actually in two different size ranges. So you have women and men size ranges for this, which I think is great for a slip-on, specifically for width. So as far as these two go, I actually got both of these in women, and they're also different colorways. So you've got Douglas fir, burnt olive in the men's color scheme, which is nice if you like more of a green finish. Then you have total eclipse phantom, which is a gray and kind of black hue. So if you don't want this all black slip-on, you can actually swap it out for a little bit of black with a little bit of gray. And then you also have a slate black and chocolate brown with some more brown hues, and the bungee cord, which is like this beige tone. And then you also have the rose smoke, which is quite nice with chocolate brown. So it's nice that they have different color variations, as well as a dusty blue in women's color scheme too. So you've got a lot to choose from. But as far as the materials used on this, so these have waterproof material. And what's really cool is this has a tech in it so that water droplets will basically just kind of bead and fall off. So if you want to wear these in the outdoors, this is a great option to keep your feet dry. As far as what I love wearing these for, these have become kind of my house slippers. I feel like this is just a great slipper to wear indoors, but one of the reasons they created the slip-on is actually for like a post-workout. So after you've been working out, maybe snowboarding or skiing, or maybe you're in the gym or even on a nice rough hike, this is a great slip-on to wear because they're super comfy. So as you can see here, you've got ultra comfy Teva technology, so it feels very pillowy and cushiony. This may be the most comfortable slide that I actually own. It is so squishy as soon as you put your foot inside of it, and really easy to put on. Also for those wide footers, I feel like this is a good slip-on for wide feet in particular. If you do have narrow feet, there will be a little bit of extra space on the sides here, which is kind of why I prefer to wear these just indoor. And then they do have this cool little attachment here where you can actually attach these to your backpack. So if you do want to take this along with you for a post workout, they've got that attachment to make it easy so you can just hang these outside of your bag. As far as materials, you've got some nice kind of tumbled leather on the upper here. And my favorite part of this is actually the quilted pillowy look that you see. It's nice and squishy. This also keeps your foot very warm, which is quite nice because it has that nice kind of quilted effect. This was actually based off of topographic maps, so that's why you've got this really cool design. And then more of a felt kind of texture on the top of the upper here. As far as the outsole as well, this is a nice kind of rugged outsole, so you're going to get nice traction on the bottom, so it's not going to be a slippery slide. All right, so now let's move on to our next shoe. Just so you know, price point wise as well, these are $90, and I would say that those fit true to size. They fit me perfectly as a size 9, and again, great for wide feet. All right, so now let's talk about the Rowena boot. This is more of a lifestyle boot. I think that these just really look good on foot. If you have boots that are extremely uncomfortable, I highly recommend trying the Rowena buckle boot. This is $160, and these are actually fully waterproof, so you don't need to spray these with any sprays to prevent these from having any weathered effects. Has a nice zipper as well, so you can get in and out of these quite easily. I do have one qualm with these, which is just that the upper is quite wide, but I will say this is good for a lot of people who have thicker legs, just so it's a bit roomier and easier to get into. If you do have skinnier calves like myself, you will have some extra space. But one of the things I do also like that it's wider is I can kind of stick some pants in there to fill it up, so it doesn't feel like it's too bulky. But the buckle is really well done. You've got a nice pattern going and wrapping around across with this silver buckle. This does come in 2 different colorways. So it comes in this black color scheme as well as a brown tone called Bison. I love them both. But one of my favorite parts is this has the max comfort, as you can see, or you can't see in the insole here. So these are so squishy, and you can honestly wear these all day long. As far as weight, there is a little weight to these, but it does feel like it's that high quality weight for a nice, well-made boot. Then you've got a pull tab on the back, so this helps you get into the boot quite easily. And then we've got a nice outsole here, nice and rugged. So this is definitely going to give you lots of good traction. So this is the woman's Auroris boot in feather gray and acorn. I feel like I really love all the 3 different color options that this boot comes in. I just wanted to do something different than your typical black, but this does come in a really cool black sun-dried tomato color scheme, as well as a honey brown and bungee cord colorway. But this one again is the feather gray acorn, and I just love the color scheme. It's like a light brown, some nice tan hues, but we've got some textile suede upper and this nice just neutral tone, and then we have a 2-tone lace as well here, as you can kind of see, which matches the 2 color combination on the boot itself. This boot also has the Teva logo on top of the tongue, and the other bright kind of pop of color that you're going to see on here is this kind of salmony orange tone, which I like. It's very subtle. And then we've got the D-lock lace systems here. I will say this boot I feel like is more fitting for somebody with very wide feet. I would highly recommend actually sizing down in these, just because I felt like it had a lot of extra room. And again, it's quite wide, so very roomy in the toe box area. So if you are a wide, flat-footed person and you've been looking for a really good outdoorsy boot, this could be the perfect fit for you. As far as the tech in these, this has Teva Max Comfort, so they're super squishy, super comfortable, and it's got this nice kind of lug, rugged outsole, so you're gonna get lots of traction in here, and it has a foam top sole, so lots of comfy, squishy components in this. But this is really a great kind of city sneaker in the wintertime, for instance, when New York gets hit with snow. This is a great waterproof option with lots of durable materials, but it also just looks good on foot. All right, so now we're gonna switch it up as I slide this one over. So I'll bring this actually out because these are both called the Woman's Hurricane Daybreaker, but one is a mid and one is a slip-on. I love them both for different reasons. This one is more of a hiking boot, while this one is more of a lifestyle slip-on shoe. So this is something I would probably wear more so for running errands. And it's just such an easy slip-on shoe. So I leave these by my door, slip on, run to the grocery store, run to the post office, whatever errands I need to do. But it is just an easy access shoe. What I love about the Woman's Hurricane Daybreaker mid is that this is probably one of the easiest hiking boots I've actually purchased to get on and off. So you've got this no lace tie system here. So easy to really just tighten and loosen up, but then for that extra stability and to keep your foot just intact in there, you've got this easy Velcro to wrap around, and then this nice pull tab, which makes it super convenient and easy and quick to get in and out of this boot. As far as the color schemes go, I went with pretty neutral color schemes. So this is in the desert taupe, and this is also desert taupe, but a little bit subtly different tones in different areas. This one's a little bit more creamy, while this one is a bit more minimalist with this kind of brown hue. This also comes in a nice sage tone as well as a deep mahogany, and the same with this pair. So as far as the tech in both of these, this features a nice suede upper, while this has some nice textiles on the upper. And as far as the inner lining here, we've got a scuba inner lining, which is nice. So this is really fitted to the ankle once you put these on, which is nice. So it really hugs quite nicely. So this has some suede textures on it as well on the side paneling, which is quite nice. I love a good suede material. And we've got hints of this really beautiful blue tone. I love this blue. It's great for the fall. As far as the elements for waterproof materials on here, you've got Teva Rapid Proof membrane that's on here with waterproof technology. So this is something that's going to keep your feet dry, which is amazing. And then we've got some added support for the ankle with the height of this. I specifically love any type of sneakers that, or hiking boots or anything that just kind of covers the ankle when I'm hiking, because I don't want to roll my ankles. And this one definitely gives you the support that you need. As far as the bottom goes, so we've got this spider rubber outsole, which is really cool. You can see it says spider rubber on the bottom. And this just has this kind of multi-directional pattern on the bottom, which is going to give you a great traction so you don't slip and fall, which is perfect for a good hiking boot. And then as far as traction here, you've got the same technology built in. Again, you can kind of see the different directions going on. So you're not going to slip and slide in this, which I feel like there are a lot of slides out there that don't really have good traction. So one of the things I love about this is that it has that nice outsole. I would say pretty much for all of these, they fit true to size. The only pair that I would probably size down in 100% would be the Auroris boot, just because these fit, again, more on the wider side of things. But other than that, for somebody who has higher narrow feet, I would stick true to size for all of these. All right, so let me know down in the comments which one of these is your favorite pair of Tevas. I have become pretty much obsessed with Teva. I just think that they have some of the comfiest footwear on the market right now, especially as we're getting into some colder weather and we might start transitioning to a rainier season as well as a snowier season. I want to be prepared with some good weatherproof and waterproof items for my footwear, because there's nothing worse than having cold, wet feet. All right, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. Be sure to hit that subscribe down below if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and we will catch you on the next one. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. See you all later.